we have a lot of stuff to get into, but let me introduce our lovely podcasters. So we have Dancing Pineapples,
Hello.
we have Sid,
Hello.
and we have Roski.
Hello?
All right, and I'm
Yeah, that's
Cool
good.
Blu-rays. You already knew that. Um, okay, so we are going to be getting into the last two episodes we missed because everyone was busy last week, obviously, because it was the holidays. And what a fun holiday it was for, I think, everyone in the world, especially for Spike's Family fans, considering we had um, a new manga chapter come out and also the Code White movie that did very, very well out in Japan. Yippee!
Ah!
So far, it doesn't seem like there are any plans to release it in the US are not confirmed. I think there is a
No, I
hope
think
that'll come
no,
out.
I think Crunchyroll confirmed it'll be
It
shown
is
in the
Yes.
confirmed.
US
Yes.
at some point in 2024. We're just
It's
still
just,
waiting
Gotcha.
for that date.
it's gonna
I see.
release.
Okay.
They
So
just
no
haven't
official
told any
date
dates
yet.
yet.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's fine as long as it comes out at some point early
I'm
on
gonna
next year.
die.
I'll be
I wanna see
good.
it so bad.
I'll be spoiled the fuck off by then, but it's
Yes,
not like the
I
I already
Japanese
know the plot.
publicity team is not doing a good job at that already. My god, they're spoiling the hell out of the movie
Yeah,
in trailers.
Yeah, they
I've
are.
surprisingly done a good job of staying spoiled free.
I think
I
I know
haven't
the
really
whole
been
plot of
on
the
Twitter
movie.
or anything.
I
So
think I
Me
do as
too.
well. We are not gonna get
mm,
into that, but
No.
yikes, they are going hard with some of the more important moments because look, pretty animation, you should watch this movie. Oh, thank you. I already did thanks to you.
Yeah, some people in like other like Spikes Family servers that have like watched the movie have saying like, yeah, you basically have seen like a lot of the stuff from
yeah,
promotional videos.
I don't know what the marketing team was thinking when they did all that. Cause
um
okay, I don't have much experience with anime movies, but
I
are
do.
they that spoilery when they're
Yeah.
releasing their marketing?
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
They
yes
are.
they are.
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean
well,
Yes.
that's
the thing with anime movies, in general with anime in general, like um is that the way they market it is that they want the audience to have to know as much as they can so they are not quote unquote disappointed. They reveal
really.
they reveal voice actors, they reveal characters, they reveal all this
Oh
shit
my
before the
god.
movie because yeah, that's why in like weekly anime you have the stupidest episode titles ever that are like, yeah, this is the episode where Goku punches Frieza in the face because that's what they want to tell the audience so they don't complain.
Honestly, I
Mm.
guess it's also like it's an and it's like an original movie because I feel like for movies I've seen that are already like based on the manga, they do like honestly like very little promo of it.
Uh,
Mm-hmm.
well,
Okay.
yeah, I guess
Hmm.
that's true as well, but it's just
And yeah, so I guess that like lends to your point, Roski, that like because it's like an original story, they kind of feel like they have to show more to convince people to watch it.
yeah, and it's just and well, let's remember that at the end of the day, it's an anime tie-in movie. It's not an original story in the sense that it's not like self-contained. Well, it is self-contained, but it's not like The Boy and the Heron. You cannot go and watch it and have the full experience. It's essentially working as a commercial of sorts for the manga.
I will say that from what I Google searched about the movie, they did really well for their first couple of days in the box office.
Oh yeah,
Let me see what the
They're
numbers
number
were.
one
It was
They
number
movie.
one at
were
the box
yeah, they were
office.
number 1 from December 22nd to December 24th, and they roughly made about 1.22 billion yen, which in US dollars is about 8.59 million.
That's
Ah,
really
not bad.
good.
Yeah.
So
Not
very,
bad at all.
very good, frankly speaking. I mean, I don't know what that number looks like compared to other anime premiere movies, like with My
It's
Hero or
solid.
Demon Slayer, but
It's not groundbreaking, but it's solid. It's like
okay, then at least they made their money back, and obviously it was successful enough that it didn't break the studio, which is
no,
at the very least
no.
what you can hope for this kind of thing. All right. Let's move on to Spike's Family and get into the two episodes. The two episodes we had, which were episodes 36 and 37, 37 being the finale of the Spike's Family season 2, which is
Yeah.
Sad.
amazing. Let's say it's
Sad.
amazing that Spike's Family even had its second season, and it seems to have done very well.
Eh,
Um I don't know about you guys. I haven't really checked online or seen what kind of like fan response these episodes have had, to be fair. Kind of just stay away from that,
um,
but it seems like at least in our little server group that everyone has been enjoying themselves.
mm,
I mean, obviously season 2 was going to be amazing because we were
mm,
covering the cruise arc to begin with, which is all your centric stuff. Um but
mm,
The
unfortunately, these episodes
um,
aren't your centric to begin with. Oh, you
uh,
guys
yeah,
have
the
thoughts?
the people I know from another server for a different manga,
Mhm.
they actually weren't really impressed with season 2.
Oh,
They they didn't like they aren't really like Spy Family people in general,
is it like
but
the genre that they don't care for or something?
it's
it's just like the content, I guess. Like if you like the themes of it, they aren't really like crazy about like the like found
Really?
family
the found
aspect.
family. Yeah.
They also like
People want more
I think
dark
some of their
and action, I
it's
guess.
not necessarily dark. They'd like it to be a little more action focused and like
Yeah.
tighter storytelling. But I think you have to remember that Spy Family isn't about just like tight storytelling and moving from arc to arc like
No,
other series.
Yeah, no, there's a lot
you
of
have to
comedy
learn
and
to
fluff
appreciate the fact that Spike's
inserted.
family kind
Yeah.
of
But
meanders.
yeah, so that was like yeah, that's like their main criticism is that they didn't really care for like the beginning episodes with which they considered like waste of times, and then the cruise arc they enjoyed, but then they don't care for like the end of the season, which is like the cringe and arson episode as we're dubbing them.
Yes,
Okay.
cringe and arson.
I mean,
Now,
not
I
why
everybody's
did
into
we
it,
call it
but
cringe and arson?
I
You
guess
might ask, dear listener.
okay. I guess we have to
Well,
introduce our contestants here. Welcome to the 2023 edition of Miss Cringe, the contest where we pick the loveliest ladies that almost made us die of secondhand embarrassment.
does Yuri, is he also qualified for the Miss Cringe pageant?
Yes.
Everyone is qualified for Miss Cringe, so we have our three lovely
Okay.
contestants. Oh my god.
Guys, imagine you're in a cringe competition and your competition is Becky, Yuri, and Fiona.
You're fucked.
listen, I think Becky's the best out of all of them. She's a child. I can handle it.
Okay, but, I mean, she kind of gets a pass because she's a child, but for a child, goddamn.
No, that was too much.
It really was a lot, wasn't it? Okay, let's get into the whole episode. Okay?
Okay.
Just
So,
what you want, Pines. Just what you want.
we start off episode 36. The episode's called Berlin in Love slash Nightfall's Daily Life. Okay, we start off the episode with Becky in her room. She's just chilling. She's watching her favorite soap opera in the entire world, Berlin in Love. And we get little glimpses of the actors, the characters, or whatever, right? And it pans away. And
And
for
we
some
hear.
ungodly
The
reason,
noises.
they are making the most
The noises.
awkward making out, potentially sexually charged sounds that I was
It's like,
not
what kind of
expecting.
kissing are they doing? It sounds like they're suffocating.
Oh, you haven't watched telenovelas, have you?
I'm
Like,
assuming that they're supposed to be making out, but they are doing it in like in a really obtuse, obnoxious way that it sounds so uncomfortable. And
Oh, it was
you're just left
uncomfortable.
like, why is Becky watching this? She's like,
Why are all these rich
autistic.
kids in Eden watching it?
I know.
all these
Why is
fancy-
everyone
Yeah,
in
why-
Berlin watching it?
So
Yep.
I guess
Why?
they're just really big into soap operas there. Okay, well, moving forward, we have Becky looking at the family photos she stole from Anya and never gave back apparently, nicely framed on her mantelpiece of the Forger family, and it gives her for some reason it gives her this ungodly idea that, hey, you know what I'm gonna do today? I'm gonna go break into the Forger apartment and
No,
force
she said
myself onto
no.
Lloyd.
She said, "I'm gonna be a home wrecker today."
No, for real.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Martha's like,
Okay. When you
no.
pack it like this, so many questions arise. Like, how did she keep the photo? Why did her family just allow to just have another photo of another
Can
family
you
like this?
imagine Martha just like, I gotta go buy a fucking photo frame for this photo of another whole ass family
Never
for
even thought
my
about
my
that.
little lady, and it's just like,
Oh
why are you enabling this behavior? You should have
Yeah.
made her give back the photo.
no. They're all just like shrugging.
She woke
Eh.
up and chose adultery. Okay, moving on. So we have Becky's daydream. Truly an entertaining, hilarious scene. Fucking love it. Oguchi is giving it his all, as always, with these performances. And I
Uh,
love him for it because he makes it feel so much more real, because he's not even shying away from the fact that, yeah, you know what, this child is like in love with Lloyd. I'm gonna play it like I'm also in love with this child, and it's not weird because it's just
yeah.
a little girl fantasy.
But
Nothing.
yeah, but
Yeah.
I guess that the thing that makes it work and not, is that it sounds like the version of Lloyd that is on Becky's head. It
Oh
sounds
yeah,
like a
not like
child.
actual Lloyd in the
Yeah, it
slightest.
sounds
It's
like a
like this is
child
a fake
interpreting Lloyd.
version of Lloyd. They are being very delulu. Um,
Yeah,
like
that.
I guess I'm talking about Becky and Fiona, since Fiona also had this sort of thing where, she was having
Oh,
daydreams about Lloyd.
Oh, those
it's
always
funny
make me
because,
cringe.
It's super funny.
well, ignoring the
No, the
elephant in the room, at
cringe.
least Becky is a little more realistic about it, which is sad because it tells you how bad Fiona is at this.
True.
Like most of what Becky's like expectations of love are from a soap opera.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it makes sense. It feels, but like, you have been working with this guy for years, and you think he talks like that? Fiona, come on.
I think
she
she
is
just hopes that
Delulu.
that's what he'll sound like once he falls in love with her.
She
I
is the
Clearly.
think
definition of Delulu.
But
she
at
is
least
she is
one
on
is a,
copium.
She needs
that's the
something.
only
She's on
explanation because, my
Delulium.
God, you cannot be misreading your coworker this
She
badly.
needs she needs a girlfriend or something.
She's on that ibuprofen or something.
Oh.
She needs a therapist.
Okay, that's enough of
Yeah,
that now.
that too.
I okay. Something that I actually find funny is that even Anya was like, "Well, she's
She's
wild."
wild. She literally said
Yeah.
No,
she's wild.
literally. But she was like, you know what? I could get some really good food, so I am cool with trying to home wreck my own parents' marriage
She
for like an
threw
afternoon.
Lloyd under the bus, her beloved papa.
She threw her mom under the bus too.
Yeah, both of
You
them.
throw everyone under the bus for the promise of good food.
Honestly, real.
Huh?
Bro,
So
Lloyd
real.
Relatable.
Lloyd used to be he had to be a world-class chef on a past mission. He can cook. He can cook. Anya, you do not need these world-class chefs.
She thinks she does though.
She does. She's a
She's
little
being a
girl.
little greedy little gremlin, It's like I could get like gourmet food from world class chefs and also like live a rich fancy lifestyle with my papa and Becky and maybe like yours on the side somewhere. That's great.
That's
Oh
fun,
my god.
but
Such
she
little
doesn't
kid
get it.
logic. So silly,
Ah,
so
child logic.
ridiculous. And just
The mama part where Anya called Becky her said mama in those little delusions just took
My
me out.
God, my goodness, we
I
have a
wanted to
problem here.
die a little bit when Becky, what was it? She starts like she takes her hair out with like the ponytail or something, the bun pigtails,
Ugh.
and switches her hair around, and Anya starts joining in, and yours just like, they're so cute, like how silly they are.
Lloyd's
And
just
Yeah,
like, why
Lloyd
am I
is
here?
just super
he's
confused.
like, what are they doing? Like,
I did think it was really funny that Lloyd was asking Becky like a couple of questions about her family because he wanted to gather intel. That's just kind of his habit, and Becky obviously misread that as, oh my god, he's like so interested in my family. For her, or if like for proposal reasons or something. It's very funny, just the leaps of logic Becky is making to believe that Lloyd is like as interested in her as she is with him.
The Lulu is not the Solulu.
Happy New Year!
Happy New
Happy New
Year!
Year!
Yay! Okay, yeah, I'm hopping in. I just wanted to talk about because you guys were talking about it, and I was like, okay, I started to remember what happened in the episodes, and I was like, I really wanted to talk about Fiona because the
Yeah.
anime did something that I did not think was possible, and I fucking loved Fiona in that little like extended bit at the
Her
end
on
there.
top of an alligator.
She
Or
was
crocodile.
one that was badass as fuck. Like,
Yeah.
okay, half of it was badass when she's on the alligator, or just like doing the missions, and she's got the AK on her back, and she's
Oh,
just
yeah.
going to town. And I
Yeah.
was like, okay, this is the kind of spy shit I know people came here to see. And then you got her skipping down the hall, but not like super like exaggerated, like
Happily
she
or
always did.
enthusiastic. She's just like
Just cute.
stone
She was
faced.
cute.
Yeah. And what was it like got her hands up against like the window of the tennis display and just like falling
Okay,
to
well,
the,
yeah, she was crazy.
she's like
there,
crumbling to the ground like I failed.
Like,
Can you
that's
imagine
a-
people like onlookers seeing that and being like, what's
That's the
going on?
problem.
It is
That's-
genuinely such a funny like extra bit I wasn't expecting after the whole
100%.
business with the Becky thing. Like you think, oh, you think that's bad, guys? Just wait till you see Fiona acting up again.
Oh my
Ugh.
god.
No,
Being her
the thing is,
gorgeously glorious cringe ass self.
no, I think the sad part with Fiona is like she looks badass, she looks cute, and at the same time she looks cringe. She's like, why are you doing this?
At least she's
Jesus.
entertaining as hell. I give
Yeah,
her that.
like she is, was like,
Yeah.
like girl, come on.
So okay, that's enough talk about that episode. What happened in the other episode? I
The
remember something
arson.
else happened.
It was the
Arson
arson
happened.
episode.
Was it all arson?
It
Was it?
No,
was
it was
mostly
arson and
it was
another
mostly
original bit.
arson, and then they had that last scene at the end where it was like you saw all your favorite like Spike's family characters, and they had like still images of them in their daily
Mhm.
lives, sort
Oh
of thing.
yeah, and Fiona
Um,
was even more cringe there.
Oh yeah, we
my
had
God.
Damien, Ewan, Emil. Then it was Becky, Yuri, Fiona, and Frankie, and then of course the
Mhm.
family chilling together. And we
Just chilling.
oh yeah, for the arson episode, which is called Part of the Family, which is exploring Bond's sort of role in the family. There was like a
Mhm.
little extra anime only aspect to it where Fiona. Anya was making origami stars because I guess it was
Oh, yeah,
making
yeah.
her think of
Yes.
Stella stars.
Yes.
Mhm.
And very cutely, she had like these little paper stars and stuck them on Lloyd and Bond for being
It
like
was
these
so
great
cute.
heroes.
Mhm.
Like a great job for going on walkies, even though she knew that it was about the whole arson thing. It was
Mhm.
very sweet.
Yeah.
But
I do like the little bits that they add there.
yeah,
Uh,
that whole episode pretty good. I think it was
Uh,
a good adaptation of the chapter.
Yeah.
And I think it was a sweet way to end the season. At least it was doing a better job than kind of what happened last season.
oh yeah,
You know,
it felt
where
more rewarding. It felt
we're
more
focusing
like
on, like Lloyd being a good dog owner, and telling Bond like you're an important part of the family, Bond.
Mhm.
I
And
guess
also straight up just like telling Bond about his missions and stuff because it's like it's a dog, he can't tell his secrets.
no.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I haven't
I
talked
hear-
about the animation yet, which is
Go
fun.
for it.
Oh,
No, I
Yes.
mean, you can tell that at this point they are just winding down because they have been working on this shit for a long time and they spent the bulk of the best animation in the boat arc.
Mhm.
But I
yeah,
don't
it
know.
wasn't terrible. Still, I think it was
No,
okay for
it,
what
it
it
wasn't
was.
bad.
Yeah.
It wasn't bad. Like it was still competent. It was still, but
Yeah.
I don't know if it's just me, but I feel like that fire felt like it belonged somewhere else.
The fire. I
Yeah.
did not even look at the fire.
I'll be honest, the
I'll be
fire
honest.
looks fine to me.
No,
I
I
yeah,
don't think the fire looked bad because it was like made in CG and a simulation, but
yeah.
because you see the rest of the season that the animation is made in a coherent art style, it felt like the fire belonged in another show.
Oh.
Okay. Okay,
Okay.
so here's my issue with you bringing this up. Well, not issue with you. It brings up the issue of like I did not care enough to even bother looking at
Mm,
this. And I okay, here's the thing. Like I like this episode. I like the chapters that it's based off of, and I thought the episode was really nice. I just think and it kind of highlights a problem that Pines brought up earlier when you guys were talking of like this season okay, this was the best option to end the season with, and it wasn't a good episode to end the season with, let's put it that way. Like
I think
it kind of
okay.
that that's why they needed the anime original, like the Anya making the origami stars,
To
because
like add
yeah.
otherwise
a little extra.
it needed like a closing. And I think the
Gotcha.
one thing the anime does really well is create like these anime original scenes and
Like these
moments
moments.
Mhm.
to like tie the things together, because the
Right.
manga is kind of disjointed if it's not in
Yeah.
an
Okay.
arc.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Okay.
100%.
I
I, I
understand
I'm glad they
that
did
point.
that.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
it makes sense because the last season, the last episode was like, wait, what? It ends here? What the
Mhm.
hell?
Right. Right.
Yeah.
They needed
And see
something.
even that yeah. And I see even then with this I think what they could have done, and this would have really kind of like shuffled some stuff around, was they could have started it with uh Anya getting the nitrous bolt, and then having Lloyd pass out, and then you could either leave it like that, and then that would segue directly into the next season and have Lloyd with the flashback, and then you could have put all of the filler other places, like they don't really matter because they're disjointed anyway. I don't know. I mean, obviously that's kind of moving a lot of stuff around, but I feel like other anime do that, like with Attack on Titan. Like Attack on Titan
Ah,
basically shuffled two arcs at the very beginning, and it was way better for that, in my opinion. I'm
ah,
Mm.
I'm not dogging the anime's
but yeah,
choice
yeah, I
this time
get what
around.
you're talking about. I've seen that in other anime as well. You know,
Hmm.
JoJo does that as well. Like
Really?
they change things, they shuffle things around, so there's a better coherence between episodes and chapters and arcs and all that stuff. And they also add things that give more connective tissue and foreshadows events that wasn't in the manga because they have the foresight now that the arc is finished.
Hmm.
But at the same time, let's remember that they are trying to keep this like, well, they are playing with the big vibes, and they cannot just foreshadow stuff that they don't have a season for yet. Well, they
Mm.
technically can, but they probably don't want to because they're still trying to give the vibes that this is just that there's more focus on the found family and the cuteness. Even if half the season was you're murdering people left and right,
Hmm.
they're still trying to give these found family the focus. So you can just end a series that you want to sell with those vibes with foreshadowing. It will feel weird, a little
Uh,
atonal to the kind of
possibly.
quote unquote found peace they are trying to.
Honestly, okay, I have two thoughts. My first
Hmm.
thought was that I, before the season even aired, my first thought was that the best way to end the season would be on that like scene of Lloyd carrying Yorn Anya from the cruise arc and just
Yes.
like move everything else, because I think
Yes.
that's
Ooh.
the
Okay.
best, and that would have been, I think, an incredible ending
Of
for
course,
the
yeah.
whole season. And
Yep.
then my second thought was that honestly I can't really bash the anime that much, because
Right.
my favorite series has literally an alternate universe for the second season. So like I can't even talk.
I think I know which one you're talking about.
Wait, what
Yeah,
are
so
you
like
talking
no
about?
no no In Tokyo
What?
in Tokyo Ghoul, the second season is literally an alternate universe. Like it's an anime original season.
Oh dear lord.
Oh,
And then it goes
right.
back, and then season 3 and
What?
4 go back to the manga.
Oh
It
Oh my
makes
my
no
god.
sense.
god.
What?
Yeah.
What
This
the
is
hell?
your favorite anime?
No, it's my favorite manga. But like,
Okay, yeah.
Oh,
I was about to say
okay.
that is a bold, spicy
it's
take, Pines. If that's
it's
your favorite anime.
painful. It's painful as a manga reader.
Oh, you poor manga fan.
It's hard being a
Oh.
manga fan in an anime fan world, okay?
Yes, it
Okay,
is.
it's,
Man.
it's not even the weirdest I've seen.
Yeah. But and see that's where I see a very interesting problem that Spy Family anime has right now is because and again I keep going back to what Pines was saying with that other server and I see it all over the internet too on Reddit and all the all the other sites of just like Spy Family first season, or I would say first core, was super hot, and then the beginning of the second core was also hot because that was Inusan. But then right after that, it just dipped, and it kept dipping until we got to the cruise arc, and then it shot back up,
And then it
and
did
then
again.
cruise arc ended, and now it's dipped again. And that's the problem. Is yes, it does have this balancing act of like how much can they prolong the action, because at the end of the day that's what 50% of I would say the entire audience is here is for the action. Like yeah,
Yeah.
they might like the cutesy stuff and the found family, but at the end of the day the action is what sells it. And so you kind of have to give people hope that there's going to be action. And like when you go like 3 or 4 episodes with nothing happening and there's no indication that something is going to happen, that's when you start losing audiences.
Oh
you
yeah.
know?
Like it's
So I don't know how they're going to handle this moving forward because it's already in decline right now. And I think we're going to be doing this roller coaster
it's a
forever,
problem with the
basically.
manga itself.
I
So
think I think yeah, the next like I'm gonna call it a mini arc, the Lloyd's backstory arc.
Yeah, they have to flesh it out.
That I think
I hope they
is
do.
it's
Yeah.
the Lloyd's backstory arc, and then isn't the hijacking arc right after?
No,
Not
there's quite a
exactly.
bit of
There's
stuff
Melinda
in between.
There's like 20 chapters between
Yeah.
them, I
Okay,
believe.
then yeah, that maybe that's why this season hasn't been confirmed.
Right.
Yep.
They have to figure something out.
No, yeah, they have to
Yeah.
figure something out because they are adapting roughly 30 to 40 manga chapters per season.
Mm-hmm.
And we are around chapter 90. What the
Yeah.
hell is going to happen if we get another season this soon?
Wait, didn't they confirm it though? Core 2?
No, they didn't.
They didn't. And I
Season 2, Core
bet
2.
it's intentional. They're letting the manga run a little longer before they make another season. Else they're
The
going to
only
have
thing we know
to make
is
shit
that
up.
yeah, at Jump Festa, there was just an announcement that there's a mystery event in June of 2024. So that might be
Ooh.
when they announce a season 3, but we don't know. We'll find out.
Yeah. But
Watch this
Mystery
space.
event, eh?
But yeah,
Interesting.
we are gonna get a lot more anime originals, or we are gonna get the season next year. Well, next year, 2025.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Probably winter. Yeah.
Wow, we might actually go on like a year-long hiatus with.
Yeah,
I mean that wouldn't be bad. Probably well needed at this point.
it will be well needed because we need more manga chapters so we don't catch up with the manga,
Yeah.
and we
And
have
I also
an awkward
Mm.
situation where we have to like make an ending or make something up, and we have awkward filler chapters where Fiona is being cringe because they have to fill space, so or something like that.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I could also see that happening because WIT is also handling the One Piece soft reboot that Netflix is
Oh,
doing.
fuck that!
So
Not
I'm
because
super excited for that. I don't know why everyone's
no,
mad about that.
no.
I'm
I mean,
super hyped.
the thing is, some a new adaptation wouldn't be bad, but they are doing it in the worst way possible.
They're just
Oh,
redoing the
yeah.
animation.
They're doing
Well,
AI.
I thought they were using AI or whatever.
Yeah,
Are
they're
they?
throwing that
Yeah.
shit in, and fuck that. Pay your
Oh,
animation
okay.
well, Japan. They are making you big
Okay.
buck. Pay them well and value them, assholes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
that
the
goes
problem.
to Mappa. Yeah. Especially Mappa. Poor Mappa. Anyway,
Poor
alright,
Mappa.
let's not get into that. Anything with that episode that we did not talk about besides Lloyd? getting
Hmm.
super giggly with Vaughn turning into a noodle. I
Oh,
love
he
that.
looked
That was
adorable. I love
cute.
his face. The Lloyd faces were on point for these last two episodes. Like
Yeah.
Lloyd's little dot eyes at the shock of Yor being super
His
strong was
Boba Pearl
Did we not
fantastic.
talk
Oh
about
yeah,
that? That
We
the
did
whole
not.
gives me life,
I
Blue.
love
You have
those
no
stupid little
idea.
beady eyes. So
That
funny.
was I. Oh my god, it was amazing. I loved it so much. I laughed so freaking hard. Like I literally could
too.
not breathe laughing.
Just the way he like softly said "your" was funny.
Oh my
I was expecting that. I was like, yes, this was on
Yor.
point for me. Thank you.
Just the shortest, just out of breath, like. Oh my god.
He's just
It's
so.
like, Lloyd, you've seen her displays of strength.
He is
How many
so
times now?
fucking dumb. I swear to God.
Hot women do that to men. I'm sorry.
Oh my
Just, that's it.
God.
Yeah, his brain just like left.
Yeah.
Poor
Poor guy. R.I.P. At
At
least you're already married, Lloyd, so you ain't gotta worry about it.
But then,
Here
yeah,
he
when you-
snagged that wifey.
No, I just find
Lucky
funny how
bastard.
Ender is like, oh, Lloyd's heart is made like 100 doors, and and he feels something, one door opens, but they are all closed. Like, shut the fuck up! Have you seen how you're riding him?
Yeah.
Oh my god! Ugh.
Okay. I guess moving on to the chapter.
Yeah.
Chapter
Oh yes. Oh yes.
92.
92.
I have a
Go.
lot of things.
Yes. Let's
All right.
open with the
I'm
fact
sure we all
that
have a lot of
continuing
things.
on from the concept of Lloyd being stupid. Lloyd's smart, quote unquote. He's a shitty teacher,
Yep.
and we
Yes.
see now that was the reason why Anya was failing so much, is because he's just a lousy ass teacher.
Yeah, which doesn't surprise me in the least
Not
bit.
at all. Yeah.
He had to learn to
100%.
survive, and that's like the only way he learned how to do things. So
Right.
putting that on a little child is not always
Wait,
going to
but
work.
guys, I'm sorry, but that's so embarrassing if Yuri is a better teacher than him.
Lloyd already said. Lloyd already was like, maybe I should call Yuri to come teach her again.
It's like,
Like,
but
Yeah,
no, he's so loud.
true. Yeah, that's fair.
God.
He's so tired of him. He doesn't
I-
want to see him as much as he needs to.
I love that. Okay, so for this chapter, I love that Lloyd. He was like remembering about Daybreak.
Right.
Again,
Shout out to
Daybreak's
Daybreak.
funny.
About like that weird mysterious man. Was he some kind of master spy? He's like, no, he wasn't.
I miss him.
he wasn't.
Come back.
It's like, no, he was a true dumbass. A true
At least
dumbass.
Endo didn't forget about our hero, the true hero of Spy
the
Family.
true hero.
They need to do
Like-
someone with him someday.
It's
Oh, please.
Please bring him
if
back.
he ever comes back. Oh my god, I would love that. If he ever came back for some like stupid mission and like it's like Lloyd and Daybreak competing for some reason. I don't undercover in disguise would make my
Daybreak
fucking
wins.
day. It's like, yeah, look, this is your real rival, Lloyd, this idiot Dimbo. Oh yeah.
Oh shit!
God, that'd be
Alright.
so funny.
Okay, so we're back to going to the chapter where we're at the finals now, and Becky had mentioned this like 40 chapters ago.
Oh yeah, the
Oh.
whole placement thing. Like, oh yeah, if
Yeah.
you don't do well on these tests, you're gonna be put in different classes based on
Mm-hmm.
how well or badly you perform.
Do well or
Right.
you're screwed.
4 different tiers, right?
What I don't
There was
know
like the very
exactly what
bad one at the
subjects they're
bottom, and then there's like
doing.
normal, and then there's like
I did
above
not pull
average,
that up.
and then like the top
Oh
tier.
yeah. Okay,
Okay.
yeah, there was like 4 tiers. Yeah.
Yeah. I think
Okay.
Becky was like somewhere like at the top,
In the
like, either
middle-ish, I
first or
think.
The
second.
tier like before the very top tier, and then
Yeah, where Damien
Uh.
is, and Anya was like at the bottom,
Oh, yeah.
straight up bottom,
Her
the
and
she
bottom
wasn't
of the
placed,
tier.
but it was implied.
the bottom of
Right.
the
I don't know.
eating caste system.
Right. And so this is do or die for her, and I anticipate. Well, okay, I'll bring this up later, but okay, so
Like,
she's
okay.
freaking out. She wants to obviously do well, so she doesn't get left out of the same class of Scion Boy.
Yep.
So Lloyd is like, I'm going to teach her, and Anya, he's like, I could do this. She's good at classical language, and then Anya's like, blows snot bubbles. And
Oh,
Lloyd's
yeah.
like, I'm fucking doomed.
Yeah,
Anaconda.
she's making jokes about it, like it's a snotaconda or a booger.
Yeah,
Anaconda.
Snotaconda.
Yeah.
I love his
Maybe
face.
It's a booger
not related to
constrictor.
make jokes. So
Let
fucking
this be a
funny.
lesson, Twilight. Do not dare to dream. That
I know,
child is not earning any
seriously.
That panel was so funny.
It really was.
So
It's so
funny.
Yor to
dramatic, and
show
it's like
her.
life or death situation. Anya can't fucking study for shit. She's going to fail.
Everybody was so doubtful of her, so I hope she really gets that Stellar Star. I am like 99% sure she will.
I don't know if she's gonna get it, but
I
she's
think
not
she's
gonna
just
fail.
going to do enough to at least stay in a high level classical language class, probably, because that's what they're focusing on. Sounds
Yeah.
like.
She's not gonna fail, but I don't know if she's gonna get the Stella. That's
Also,
We haven't
this
had
is-
progress with the Stellar Stars and stuff in a year in our
Mhm.
time, so
Okay, this is
Yeah.
a
You never
little
know.
off topic, but I thought it was really funny because when Lloyd is looking at the tests for Anya, there's like a little wheeze, like wheeze, because I think he's just like dying looking at how bad these tests are.
Oh
so,
yeah.
so stupid. Yeah.
Wheeze. Oh,
Yeah.
Like, oh my god, Anya.
How could you do this to me? You're gonna financially ruin this family. Yeah.
He's not gonna
so-
get that debit card after all.
He's gonna live on the couch.
He's gonna live.
No,
with
we're not
your
bringing up the
salary
abridged.
and yours credit cards.
We're not bringing up the abridged.
Yeah.
Anyway,
The fact that
so
Lloyd said that child is not earning any Stella Stars with that panel, it kind of makes me sad because I'm like, I want her to get one for trying so hard for that test.
okay, I actually agree with you, Sid, but we're gonna get to that part because we got to talk about something that I wanted to see when we first were introduced to the Authens of like Sigmund being an actual teacher. So
Yeah.
yeah, so
Neurology.
they call neurology, yeah.
Yes.
So
yes.
Okay.
Suspicious.
Yes.
Should
he
we
studied
should
the
we mention
brain.
the elephant in the room?
Suspicious. Right. So yeah, originally Lloyd's like, maybe I should call Yuri, and then the Authens stopped by and they're like, okay, let's have tea and cookies. So they're talking, and then Lloyd's like, oh, you used to be a professor, and he's like, yes, I used to be a teacher, blah blah blah, and he's like, sure, you want to teach Anya, or at first, oh well, he offers, he's like, yeah, I could teach her some stuff, and Lloyd's like, fuck it, do whatever you can, and
Lloyd was kind of like, good luck.
good fucking luck. And Sigmund's got Spy Wars first edition, and he's like, yo, I'm gonna teach you how learning is fun. And
He's a
Anya's
cool
like, dope.
teacher. He's not like
He's
those
so
boring
fucking
ones.
down.
I
Yeah.
wanted to mention that we got a new bit of like world building. They mentioned that Barb and Sigmund went to go live in the Covania area after the war, apparently.
Convenient.
Man,
Okay.
I have no idea where that would be.
idea where that is.
Yeah.
or anything.
Convenient. That's where that word came from. I
Convenient,
can
yeah.
tell you. This conveniently
Convenient?
named country named Convinia. Yes.
Well,
No.
this is area. I thought it was like a place in Ostania. Is it actually another country, you think?
I don't know.
Maybe not. But I guess it's appropriate that it's called Convenia because everything about the offense is so convenient. There has to be more to it.
That's true too.
That's why I think it's very sus.
Yeah,
super sus.
I mean,
Oh, so now you're wearing the tinfoil hat.
no,
Don't
I
worry,
mean,
Pipes, we've
it's
had
very
it on ours
clear
the
that
whole
there's
time.
more to it to them
Yeah,
because
the
never
memory
so far they have
loss.
been just an agent. They have been just like these two perfect plot devices. Like, oh, Anya needs to study. Oh, look, she's a good teacher. Or oh, they need an excuse to have like family bonding time. Oh, look, this little old man is there. Like, no, there has to be more to these characters, and
Oh,
they
God, I
don't
feel
have
the
to
same
even
way.
be bad guys or malicious about it. There's just more to them than this.
Definitely.
Yeah.
They're foreshadowing something.
Because
Yes, they are.
Yeah, I do think that panel, because okay, so often at first it's kind of touch and go, but he's able to teach Anya to. He's able to do something that few teachers nowadays are able to do, and I highly respect the ones that can. Is he's able to break down information and make it, one, digestible, and two, interesting to learn about and relate it to people's everyday lives. And he's able to, he brings out like koalas, just some other things that Anya finds interesting.
Mhm.
And this is like, okay, well, this is what you like, this is how this relates to that, and if you know that, you can do this, and that's something you like.
Yeah, which is
And-
a really great kind of studying tactic. I heard a little bit about how Like it was just a random YouTube video I was watching for some reason, and this woman, she was like in the medical field, and she talked
Mhm.
about how what she did is that to relate to whatever she was learning, she would try looking up kind of articles about potentially other people, like let's say a celebrity, for example, who might be suffering from this certain issue or this certain problem, and use
Mhm.
that to relate back to. Basically, would make it like a stronger connection for her to like remember it better, for her to learn it or understand it better,
Mhm.
which I think is very very much what Sigmund is trying to do with Anya. Is like, okay, you like Spike's family or Spy Wars, we're gonna relate it back to Spy Wars.
Right. Exactly. And he does a great job of that. Anya takes off because she's smart. We've already established that Anya's smart. She's just Lloyd's a shitty teacher, and
Period.
period.
I mean,
He
she's
And
even
also
so
admitted it
like
himself. He
he did
only
admit it
punching
sees it as a
above
himself.
her weight.
tactical
To be
weapon.
fair, like
Uh-huh.
she's too young for the stuff they are teaching there. Like even some of the kids there are a little too young for the kind of crap they are trying to teach. Who the fuck?
Yeah. Well, I don't know, and I guess I don't know. That might be.
Honestly, it's just like a rich person thing. When I was in undergrad, I was like literally tutoring like elementary school kids on like algebra and calculus
Good God.
because they
Well,
were like
I
rich
mean, I
kids.
guess for a lot of like richer people, they I mean, yeah, it's kind of a guess a thing where they really just want their kids to have a head up of the competition very early on in life. So
Yeah.
yeah, that makes sense to me.
Well, that's fair. And it you know, and this goes back to the whole Athens being very convenient, or like not evil antagonists or anything like that, but they do have more going on. Because I could tell when Othen, like, he goes into Hugger and he's like, you are this nation's greatest treasure. Please go grow up strong and healthy. I think 100% he was being genuine about it,
Yep.
but I don't know. I mean, and then the very
I mean,
next panel,
it's
Lloyd's like,
really
for the
sweet,
time,
but
yeah,
I
it's
okay.
suspicious.
So far we've seen that Sigmund's memory has kind of been an issue for him. He very kind of easily seems to forget important pieces of information where like he didn't remember what he did during the war, for example.
Yeah.
um he mentioned something about a bath, which I'm sure is like some kind of related, like the word bath might be relating to something. Like I was
Mm.
thinking like sabbatical, maybe. I don't know if that would have been right for him to do. I don't really know. He was obviously probably too old to have participated in the war because
Mm-hmm.
they're him and Barb are already very old. um
Mm-hmm.
but I do wonder like if his whole memory issue, like, okay, so we know he was a neurology professor. Okay, I'm putting on the tinfoil hat. This is a crack theory, but
Oh,
maybe
now we're putting on the tinfoil hat.
shush pines.
Please go into
But
it because
maybe Sigmund like did some kind of like experiment on himself with his own brain, and it's kind of caused this severe memory loss thing. I don't know. Yeah, it's just a theory, a game
Okay.
theory.
I,
well,
I I
Oh,
had a different theory
me
concept
too.
idea
Okay.
where I was thinking, so last I don't remember if this was last chapter or not, but we had the thing about the veterans, and then
Yeah,
we
that
have
was last
Sigmund,
chapter.
and then we have Sigmund with, we don't know what he did during the war. So he could have done something with soldiers. He could be involved with like veterans or treatment plans for soldiers.
Mm-hmm.
I think we're heading in the direction of something that's going to give us more war lore.
Warlord.
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 It's the
Warlord.
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 I
Warlord.
I had
Warlord.
another thought.
Warlord.
More warlord.
Warlord.
Okay, sorry. Go
Lore
ahead.
on the
Go
war.
ahead, Sid. What were you saying?
I my tin foil hat thing is like
We're passing it
There's
around.
there's just a lot of things that are very suspicious to me because I feel like Sigmund and Barbara may not be like have bad intentions per se. I don't know. I could be wrong, but I just wonder if his memory thing is going to be used
I'm
as a
just
plot device.
curious about who their son is. Like if
Yes,
there's gonna be a
I was about to
I
get
significance
was
to
gonna
that.
say.
it's like what if
Oh,
he was
I forgot
involved
about
with
that.
Project Apple to
But
like
I was
What
also
if
gonna
his
say
son
honestly,
is
like
Okay, hold on. One at a
Guadalupe?
time. What were you saying, Pines?
I was just like, it's also like, like old people can be nice, like George Bush paints puppies now, but he's like literally a war criminal.
Oh yeah,
Fair.
Like
that's
we don't
true.
know.
George
We don't
Bush.
know what
War
the
crimes.
Offens did. Like
Yeah.
it's
No,
a big
I mean,
question mark.
and that's their this is their day persona too. I mean, Lloyd kills people, and York kill people on a daily basis, and like they're the good guys. So like, what are the Offens doing when we don't see them? You know what I mean? So
Right.
and then goes back to what are their son doing? What are his family doing? The dad's a neurology professor in the middle of a war. Maybe the son also has something to do with neurology. Maybe he's a
He did a
scientist.
lot of
Maybe he knows
research
about
and stuff,
Project
right?
Apple. Yeah, exactly. So
I don't. Maybe honestly,
I don't
that
know.
probably could be the best connection you can make. Like
Yeah.
with the Authens, like, oh, maybe their son was a Project Apple scientist or part of the
It's
experimentation thing with the military, because he probably would have been
Mhm.
around the right age for that and everything.
yeah.
So
So
I
you
don't
don't know.
know.
All I do know is that Anya is fucking hilarious dressed as Solid Snake. That's all I'm gonna
I love her koala
Dun,
power
dun, dun,
thing.
dun, dun.
When she's with Becky, she's like, I got koala power now. Becky's like, oh, is that better than chihuahua power?
So, yeah, look it up.
Becky just
Yeah, yeah, of course it is.
Yeah.
Koalas are fucking bastards.
Also, wait, what?
Koala? Roski's a koala hater?
Fuck those
No,
koalas, man.
no,
They deserve
no. I don't hate them, but they are grouchy little fuckers. Like,
How do you not
Yeah, they
hate
are.
them, Sid?
yeah,
like they are very aggressive. If you,
they are aggressive.
Oh, I see. But they're so
They
cute.
literally they have
They're like
sexual
dolphins.
diseases.
They all have
Ew.
STDs.
Oh no.
They do.
Oh
They're
no.
like dolphins, where you think they're cute and cuddly, but they're actually like a fucking problem.
Yeah,
Actually,
all
otters
dolphins
are
have
kind of the
really-
same thing.
exactly, that's
really-
what
I'm very
I
sad to
what I
find
meant.
out otters are also like that too, actually.
Oh yeah, others can be cute, but they are also assholes. Most animals
Yeah.
are, to be fair, but
Fair.
I'm just still dying, and she's like, "Oh, I drew it with a permanent marker, and it won't wash off."
Ah, yeah.
And
She
then
just
Henderson's
has a
like,
beard
oh,
now.
okay.
That was the most. That was the most like old school shonen manga laugh moments that I was. It's just a fucking.
She's
I
got
don't
So
know.
little beard marks on her face, and she's intensely like trying to do her test. So fucking funny.
It's just so stupid.
Imagine like Lloyd's just like, yeah, you got to suffer the consequences of your actions. You're going to school like that.
Even trying to
You
help
ain't
wash
missing-
it off.
Yeah, you ain't missing this test.
It'd be something
son.
my mom would do. She's like, yeah, you cut your bangs. We can't do anything about that. You're gonna suffer the consequences.
Oh, I wanted to mention that the little phrase Becky says, what one likes, one will do well, is a Japanese proverb apparently, and it's actually not even the full thing. I guess that they translated it in English. The full thing says, what one likes, one will do well. You become good at what you like doing. That's
Mhm.
it.
Oh,
Pretty simple
Words
stuff.
To take
it's
heed.
words to live by, honestly. So
Yeah. You get good at what you like. That's, I think, fairly true.
Mhm.
yeah.
And you know what, Sid? I wasn't thinking about it, but now that you brought it up, I think Anya's gonna get a Stellar Star.
I
But
hope so.
you know what I also think? I also think she's gonna get knocked down. Like she might make like one class up, but she's not gonna
Yes.
get to Becky or Damien.
She might be in the
Yeah.
same class in classical language with the higher up.
That's what I'm
people.
I don't know
hoping
how it
for.
Everything else,
works.
I feel like she won't.
Yeah.
I don't know how it works with is it separate classes or just all together, but
Because it makes me think of like middle school classes or something where you get
Maybe.
different
There's honors
classes for
classes
different
and then there's
periods and
regular.
stuff.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh,
interesting.
Which is
But
interesting.
yeah, the
that
fact that
first
they show
graders
the
are
whole
getting that.
montage and
Oh, they're
And-
doing it a lot more now in elementary schools. I
Really?
know they started. Yeah, I know they started doing
Oh.
it like third grade at the one I was at.
Oh my
But,
god.
yeah.
Wow, the school system has changed a lot since I was part of it. God, I'm old.
Yeah.
yeah, it
Less
hasn't gone
Less
to watch.
recess, unfortunately.
I'm glad you're on
Oh,
the train
that's
with
sad.
me, Crow.
Yeah. I mean it. She's got a 63, which is.
She got a 72 on the last one, on the latest
Yeah.
one.
Does she? Okay.
Yeah, there's another one that she took where it said 72. Here, let me scroll through it.
I think she totally can because Lloyd straight up says he's like the only reason she missed all those points was because of grammar and like stupid mistakes. So if she nailed that down, she probably aced it. Like
True.
She went through all that, and then like Lloyd doesn't really have that much faith in her getting a Stella Star because of her grades. And then there was Damien being like, "Oh, there's no way that moron's gonna beat me." He was
Uh-huh.
being mean. He was
Okay,
thinking it several times.
Damien's
Yeah,
a
it's
meanie,
Damien Desmond.
but
I
like
hope.
I want her to prove
like,
him wrong. Like,
I'm always constantly beefing with Lloyd. So
Of course.
what's new?
so one thing I wanted to bring up about the chapter, since it's the end of the term, you remember when they were Becky and Anya were going out shopping and stuff, and then Becky brought up the end of term party.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, the mixer.
I wonder if we'll get into that
Oh my
Yes,
god,
please.
finally!
I want
drama.
their little
True.
mixer. They're gonna look so cute
Drama.
in their little outfits. Aw.
I wonder if that'll happen and how if anything will
yeah.
happen during the party.
Damien in a suit.
And now he'll probably wear like a little little sweater vest or something nerdy, I think.
Ew.
No.
No, he's gonna wear his hipster outfit from that
Hipster outfit?
illustration Endo did.
Oh,
Yeah.
maybe Melinda will actually help him get dressed up real snazzy or something.
What if Anya has a dress on? She looks real pretty, but the beard's still there.
Uh-huh.
Oh my god, that would be
But
so funny.
I wonder if Donovan will show up at the party or not.
Nah, I doubt it. If
Doubt
it's for
it.
his kids, no way.
Hell no. Yeah.
It's not an Imperial
No,
Scholar
because he
thing,
hasn't
so he
shown
gives
up
0
since
fucks.
It's for Damien, so he's
37,
definitely
chapter
not gonna
37.
come.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just need.
I honestly forget about Donovan all the time.
I know. We don't have any progress.
And
with
like the
that at all.
mainline plot.
yeah, the main antagonist. We saw him.
Yeah, for a
once.
main antagonist, he's not really antagonizing.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's not a lot going on, which is why I'm
He
like,
exists.
if there's parents and
He exists.
kids involved. Would he show up? Probably not, but I would want him to because
Probably
not.
drama. I want drama.
I mean,
Drama.
we all want drama.
We really do.
He
Yeah.
hasn't shown up in about 60 chapters now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, are we ever
He's
gonna see
just
him again?
vibing.
He was a mass hallucination by the public. He's not real.
Yeah.
No.
Just a-
There is no
So,
Donovan
Melinda,
Desmond.
imagine him.
there is no war in Berlin.
There's no war in Berlin. Oh god.
Come on, I at least want if I wonder how the party works. If it's just this huge party with all the kids, or just by grade.
I think
Maybe.
it's a dorm party, but
I thought it was a class party.
Yeah.
Oh, so each grade
probably.
gets their own little shindig.
I thought it would be like Henderson's class gets their own little party. I don't know actually.
I
I
think,
thought
I
thought
think
it
it's
was
a
gonna
dorm
be
thing.
most of the kids were gonna be in the same party together, but divided by sort of age brackets or something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That would be my best guess. So you'd have 6-year-olds with up to the second graders, third graders sort of thing, and then maybe fourth, fifth, sixth, and then seventh, eighth, ninth, that kind of thing. Divided up in 3 grades, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Roski just disappeared.
Yeah,
Uh-oh.
he's MIA.
Oh, he tagged
Missing in
out.
action. Missing in
Roski.
animation.
There he is. Where is he?
Hey, Roski.
Okay. I just looked up the panel. I only have it because Sid sent it in the server,
Uh-huh.
and Becky says that all the halls throw parties
Yeah, I
at
was
the end
about
of
to
the
say.
term.
I
If the
pulled it
teacher
up.
allows, you can go in street clothes. That's your chance. But Anya and Becky belong to Cecile Hall too. They just it's not hall dorm. It's hall class.
The 8
Oh, yeah,
classes.
yeah.
Yeah, there's 8 classes.
Okay.
Because
I
Billy's in a
gotcha.
different hall.
Right.
Sure.
Yeah. That's
Interesting.
right.
I really don't know how it works, to be honest with you.
We'll just have to
class
wait and
versus
see, because
hall.
Endo's probably going to make shit up that's convenient for him.
Hell yeah.
It just works.
It's the
I
author
see it.
way.
I hope we get to see
Watch
this
the
party.
space. It's gonna be
Yeah.
in 6 months.
If you're lucky.
Don't say that.
Sure,
Don't
if
say
you're
that.
lucky and we don't get.
Nah, it'll be
bullshit,
next year.
It's definitely gonna be next year.
Yeah.
if-
Y'all.
Next year,
I'm
right
just-
before New Year's Eve, we're going to get that little mixer party, and Anya and Damien will dance, and she'll probably step on his feet a lot.
Yeah.
Good for
and by
her.
then, maybe she'll have 3 Stella Stars.
I'm hoping.
Maybe.
I'm really hoping.
And maybe
Oh,
by
God.
then, Lloyd and Yor will go on a date again.
Now you're just talking crazy.
Oh, yeah. Get the fuck.
That
Or
won't
maybe
ever
maybe
happen.
Melinda will. I don't know. I don't even know what I'm Trying to predict.
Melinda will do something crazy.
Oh, that rest assured will happen.
Yeah.
I'm just like really curious on where we're going exactly, because I keep thinking about the short chapter with Anya
Right.
and that special
Yeah.
illustration, and I'm just kind of like, is this gonna be kind of more Anya centric, since we're like about her final exams and kind
Probably.
of stuff like that, and then there's like stuff with the orphans, and it's just kind of sus to me personally.
Oh, it's super
Yeah.
sus.
I don't know how much
It is.
cooking Endo's doing in the behind the scenes, but that's just
I don't
how
know.
I'm thinking.
Yeah.
But
We will see. I don't
Yeah.
think. I correct me if I'm wrong. I think Golden Week is next week in Japan, so I don't think we're gonna get a next chapter in 2 weeks. I think it'll be.
I don't know. I thought. Okay, let me see when Golden Week is.
It doesn't. Oh, it says.
it says 1/7.
It says
Okay, that
8
doesn't mean
days.
anything.
It could be a short chapter. I'm
And
not
like
holding
the
my breath.
illustration again.
Yeah.
Because I think Golden Week is next. That whole next week. I don't think Endo's gonna have
So
enough time
wait,
to
what
write a whole
is
chapter.
Golden Week? I've never quite heard that term.
It's a-
It's the most important holiday week in Japan.
Oh Lord. Okay.
It's basically
like
their Christmas.
remember,
for New
they don't
Year's.
give a shit about Christmas. They give you a shit about that.
Gotcha.
So-
Okay.
So
Yeah.
it's an entire week where there's multiple different celebrations that accumulate. So you have 7 days that they don't do anything.
Hell
So
yeah.
we actually get like pauses in manga publications for Golden Week,
Yeah.
while
Okay.
they don't for other stuff. Well, maybe
Mhm.
New Year's too, because New Year's is also really important in Japan.
Mm-hmm.
It's funny
So-
because it's Christmas. Have a cliffhangers, motherfuckers.
And also,
Yeah.
you won't get any resolution for a whole month.
Oh,
yeah,
God.
Exactly.
Ah,
Happy
that
New
is
Year,
torture.
assholes.
yeah.
Okay.
Well, that was the chapter in the episodes. By
and
the time
everything
this gets
else
out,
that happened.
and everything else that we're gonna cut out, y'all are gonna hear none of this crazy shit. Thankfully. By the time this airs, it'll already be the New Year's. So happy New Year's to all of you guys. Thank
Happy
you.
New Year.
Happy New Year, guys.
May it be
Woohoo!
a damn better one than it was last year. And thank you all
No!
of us
God.
for
No, jinx it.
it's our
No,
it's been
jinx it,
jinxed.
Crow, you jinxed it.
Good. You're all welcome.
Oh my god.
I hate you so much, Sid. I can't.
Hate you too.
Oh, I hate you too, bestie. Okay. Hope y'all had a Merry Christmas. Hope you guys stick with us for the coming year. We will have more videos out here soon. I actually have one that's gonna well, not tomorrow, but December 31st, there will be a tiny little video for us.
That's
but
tomorrow.
That's tomorrow. But by the time this comes out, it will be yesterday, hopefully. I don't know. I'm
oh
confused.
my god, I am real confused.
Thank you, everyone, for listening. Thank you for watching. And thank you, Blue, for leading this podcast, the first half. I
You're
really
welcome.
appreciate it.
Yippee!
Yippee! Yahoo!
Yahoo!
Hey, we're playing again.
Okay.
Are we all just a bunch of
Bye.
Mario characters now?
Yes.
Thank you so much for playing again.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye guys.
Bye.
Thanks for
Bye.
listening,
Bye.
watching, all that good stuff.